History isn't made by everyone. It's made by the first. In this video, you'll discover the men and women who were the very first to break limits, rewrite rules, and change the course of humanity forever. These are the people who did what no one else had ever done. 50 people who were the first to change history. In 1969, Neil Armstrong became the first human to walk on the moon, representing the peak of human exploration. This moment was more than a space mission. It was a message to the entire world that humanity could escape its own planet. Millions watched live as Armstrong stepped onto lunar soil. Knowing this was not just an American achievement, but a human one, his words became history, and that single step permanently changed how we see our place in the universe. Before anyone dreamed of landing on the moon, Yuri Gagarin became the first human to leave Earth entirely. In 1961, he orbited the planet inside a small spacecraft with no guarantee of survival. Scientists didn't even know if a human mind could remain conscious in space. Gagarin returned alive, proving that space was survivable and opening the door for every mission that followed. Marie Curie changed science forever by becoming the first person to win 2 Nobel Prizes in different fields. At a time when women were often excluded from academia, she discovered radioactive elements that reshaped medicine and physics. Her work saved lives, but also cost her own health. Curie proved that groundbreaking intelligence cannot be limited by gender, culture, or expectation. Thomas Edison didn't invent light itself, but he made electric lighting practical for everyday life. Before his invention, darkness ruled the night. Edison's work transformed cities, factories, and homes, extending productivity and safety after sunset. His relentless experimentation showed that progress often comes from thousands of failures before one success changes the world. The Wright brothers were bicycle mechanics before they changed history. In 1903, they achieved the first powered, controlled airplane flight. Many experts believed human flight was impossible. Their success redefined travel, warfare, and global connection. Every modern airplane traces its origin back to that fragile machine lifting off the ground for the first time. Henry Ford didn't invent the car, but he invented a way to make cars affordable. By introducing the moving assembly line, he revolutionized manufacturing. What was once a luxury became accessible to millions. Ford didn't just change transportation, he reshaped labor, cities, and the rhythm of daily life across the world. Alexander Graham Bell invented the telephone, allowing human voices to travel across vast distances instantly. Before this, communication depended on letters and telegraphs. Bell's invention compressed time and space, laying the foundation for modern communication. Every call, video, chat, and voice message today traces back to this breakthrough. Tim Berners-Lee created the World Wide Web, a system designed to share information freely. He never patented it, allowing the internet to grow without restriction. This decision reshaped education, business, politics, and culture. The modern digital world exists because one person believed knowledge should be accessible to everyone. Jeff Bezos became the first billionaire built entirely from the internet economy. Starting from a garage, he transformed online shopping into a global empire. His success marked a shift in how wealth could be created in the digital age, proving that the internet wasn't TG's tool but an economic revolution. Elon Musk changed space exploration by making reusable rockets possible. Before this, rockets were discarded after a single use. His innovation drastically reduced costs and reopened serious plans for Mars exploration. Musk didn't just advance technology. He changed how humanity thinks about its future beyond Earth. Rosa Parks became a symbol of resistance when she refused to give up her bus seat. Her quiet act of defiance ignited a movement that reshaped civil rights in America. She proved that history can change not only through force, but through courage and refusal to accept injustice. Amelia Earhart became the first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic Ocean. At a time when aviation was extremely dangerous, her achievement challenged gender norms and inspired generations. Her mysterious disappearance later only deepened her legend, making her a lasting symbol of bravery and exploration. Usain Bolt became the fastest human ever recorded, breaking limits once believed impossible. His dominance wasn't just about speed, but confidence and control. Bolt redefined human athletic potential and proved that records are meant to be shattered. Michael Jordan wasn't just a basketball player. He became the first athlete to turn sports into a global brand. His influence changed marketing, fashion, and how athletes are perceived worldwide. Jordan proved that excellence could transcend the game itself. Cristiano Ronaldo became the first human to surpass 1 billion combined followers across social platforms. This milestone showed how fame evolved in the digital era. Ronaldo is not just an athlete, but a global media presence unmatched in history. Galileo Galilei was the first to systematically use a telescope to study the universe. His observations confirmed that Earth was not the center of everything, directly challenging centuries of belief. For this, he was silenced by powerful institutions. Galileo proved that truth does not depend on permission, and his work laid the foundation for modern science. Isaac Newton was the first to describe the fundamental laws that govern motion and gravity. With his work, humanity could finally explain how planets move and why objects fall. His discoveries shaped physics for centuries and are still used today. Newton didn't just study nature, he decoded its rules. Charles Darwin was the first to propose evolution by natural selection, a theory that transformed biology forever. His ideas challenged religious and scientific beliefs alike. Darwin showed that life evolves through adaptation and survival, changing how humanity understands its own origins. Albert Einstein revolutionized physics by redefining space, time, and gravity. His theory of relativity proved that time is not constant and space can bend. These ideas reshaped the universe itself and led to technologies like GPS. Einstein showed that reality is far stranger than it appears. Leonardo da Vinci was centuries ahead of his time. He was the first to design machines resembling helicopters, tanks, and submarines. His notebooks revealed a mind that merged art, science, and engineering. Leonardo proved that imagination is often the first step toward innovation. Johannes Gutenberg created the first movable type printing press, making books affordable and accessible. Knowledge was no longer controlled by elites. This invention sparked education, revolutions, and the modern world. Gutenberg didn't just print books, he printed the future. Christopher Columbus led the first sustained transatlantic voyages, connecting Europe to the Americas. While controversial, his journeys permanently altered global trade, culture, and history. The world was never isolated again after this moment. Martin Luther King Jr. became the first civil rights leader to force systemic change through nonviolent resistance. His words and actions reshaped laws and consciousness. He proved that peaceful defiance could move an entire nation. Nelson Mandela became South Africa's first black president after decades of imprisonment. Instead of revenge, he chose reconciliation. His leadership prevented civil war and demonstrated the power of forgiveness over hatred. Steve Jobs transformed technology by turning phones into personal computers. The smartphone reshaped communication, work, and entertainment. Jobs showed that innovation is not just about technology, but about understanding human behavior. Mark Zuckerberg created the first global social network connecting billions. Social interaction itself was redefined. His platform changed politics, relationships, and how humans communicate across borders. Ada Lovelace wrote the first algorithm intended for a machine, becoming the world's first computer programmer. Long before computers existed, she imagined their potential. Her vision laid the groundwork for modern computing. Nikola Tesla pioneered alternating current, powering the modern electrical world. His ideas were misunderstood during his lifetime, but today electricity flows because of his work. Tesla proved that genius is not always immediately recognized. Louis Pasteur was the first to prove that microbes cause disease. His discoveries saved millions of lives through vaccines and sanitation. Modern medicine exists because Pasteur challenged invisible enemies. Sigmund Freud was the first to seriously explore the unconscious mind and suggest that human behavior is driven by hidden thoughts, desires, and traumas. Before Freud, mental illness and behavior were poorly understood and often dismissed. His theories introduced concepts like repression, dreams, and subconscious motivation. While controversial, Freud permanently changed psychology, therapy, and how humanity understands itself. He revealed that the mind is not as transparent as we believe. Alan Turing laid the foundations of modern computing and artificial intelligence. During World War II, his work helped crack Nazi encryption, shortening the war and saving millions of lives. Beyond warfare, Turing imagined machines capable of thinking, an idea far ahead of his time. Today's computers, algorithms, and AI systems exist because Turing dared to ask a dangerous question: can machines think? Hedy Lamarr was known as a Hollywood actress, but her greatest legacy was scientific. She co-invented frequency-happing technology to prevent signal jamming during wartime. This idea became the foundation of modern wireless communication, including Wi-Fi, Bluetooth, and GPS. Her brilliance went unrecognized for decades, proving that genius often hides where the world least expects it. James Cameron became the first human to complete a solo dive to the deepest part of the ocean, the Mariana Trench. While humanity looked toward space, Cameron explored Earth's last unknown frontier. His mission revealed that extreme exploration isn't limited to the stars. The deepest mysteries of our planet remain beneath our feet. Edmund Hillary was among the first humans to reach the summit of Mount Everest, the highest point on Earth. At a time when survival itself was uncertain, this achievement redefined human endurance. Hillary proved that preparation, teamwork, and determination could overcome even the most hostile environments known to mankind. Malala Yousafzai became the youngest Nobel Peace Prize winner after surviving an assassination attempt for advocating girls' education. Instead of silence, she chose a louder voice. Her courage transformed her into a global symbol of resistance, proving that age does not limit influence, and fear does not silence truth. Oprah Winfrey became the first black woman billionaire through media and storytelling. Rising from poverty and trauma, she reshaped television by centering empathy and real human stories. Oprah redefined influence itself, proving that vulnerability, authenticity, and voice can become unmatched power. Serena Williams transformed professional tennis with unmatched dominance, strength, and consistency. Facing criticism and bias throughout her career, she shattered records while redefining what an athlete could look like. Serena didn't just win titles. She changed expectations for women in sports forever. Jackie Robinson became the first black player in Major League Baseball, breaking a powerful racial barrier. Facing extreme hostility, he endured silence and pressure to prove that integration was possible. His courage went far beyond sports, helping pave the way for civil rights progress across America. Satoshi Nakamoto introduced Bitcoin, the first decentralized digital currency. Without revealing identity, Nakamoto challenged banks, governments, and traditional finance systems. Bitcoin proved that trust could exist without central authority. To this day, no one knows who Satoshi really is, making the invention as mysterious as it is revolutionary. Jane Goodall changed science by proving that chimpanzees use tools once thought to be uniquely human, living among them for years. She reshaped how humans view intelligence, emotion, and consciousness in animals. Her work blurred the line between humans and nature itself. Stephen Hawking transformed our understanding of black holes and the universe while living with severe physical limitations. Confined to a wheelchair, his mind explored the cosmos. Hawking proved that intellectual freedom can exist even when the body is imprisoned. Pell turned football into a global language. Rising from poverty, he became the first athlete to transcend sport and unite cultures worldwide. His influence reshaped sports marketing, global fandom, and the emotional power of competition. Greta Thunberg ignited a global climate movement as a teenager by refusing to stay silent. Speaking directly to world leaders, she proved that moral clarity can be more powerful than authority. Her voice reshaped environmental activism for a new generation. Julius Caesar reshaped Roman politics, warfare, and leadership. His actions ended the Roman Republic and paved the way for the Roman Empire. Caesar proved that ambition and strategy can alter the course of civilization itself. Cleopatra was the last active ruler of ancient Egypt and one of the most politically intelligent leaders in history. Through diplomacy and influence, she navigated a male-dominated world. Her legacy remains misunderstood, but her power was undeniable. Hernan Cortes led the expedition that resulted in the fall of the Aztec Empire. This moment reshaped the Americas, altering cultures, populations, and history forever. It marked one of the most dramatic power shifts the world had ever seen. Mahatma Gandhi pioneered nonviolent resistance on a national scale. Without weapons, he challenged an empire and inspired movements worldwide. Gandhi proved that moral force can overcome military power. Abraham Lincoln led the United States through its most divided moment. By abolishing slavery, he redefined freedom and equality. His leadership preserved the nation while transforming its moral foundation. Napoleon Bonaparte revolutionized military strategy and governance across Europe. His tactics are still studied today. Napoleon proved that leadership, organization, and ambition can reshape entire continents. Jesus Christ became the most influential figure in human history. His teachings shaped morality, culture, law, and belief systems across centuries. Regardless of faith, his impact on civilization is unmatched, influencing billions of lives to this day.